Hey, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 31st of December 2022, last day of the year. So happy New Year to everyone who's celebrating tonight. So last trading day. Hopefully things will start to pick up next week. So this is just my weekly video where I go over all the trades I'm trading on the daily time frame, mainly Forex pairs and gold, using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. So we just go over everything that we're looking at. I know they're not the most exciting videos, which I say all the time, but if you do like them, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, that'd be greatly appreciated. So let's get into it. Normally first up what we do is have a look at the news for the week ahead. So let's go to next year. I've got to find it. There's my Netflix coming up. Watching an old classic, V for Vendetta. Been a long time since I watched that movie. All right, this is the Forex Factory free economic calendar. It is free. All you do is have to sign up with your email address. The good thing is you can set up filters to just look at the countries that you wish to look at and also the different levels of news you want to look at. So, for example, I don't bother about any low impact news. So I've got some medium impact, which is the orange envelopes or orange boxes, and the red boxes are the high impact events, and the grey ones are holidays. So we'll just go through the week. This is the first trading day of the year. I'm not even sure the brokers or all the brokers will be open, so I'm not sure whether my trades will get filled or not. If it's anything like the Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, some brokers were open, some weren't. So just be aware of that. And if you look at this list here, most of the Western world and Japan, which are all the main financial centres, are all on holidays. So New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Switzerland, Great Britain, Canada, and the US. And the US are all having a public holiday. These Facebook alerts are going to come up as soon as I start recording. So they're all having a public holiday. So I'm not sure much will happen on Monday at all. Tuesday, a couple of public holidays still, starting to pick up a little bit. Wednesday, first of the high impact news events. Out of Switzerland, CPI, US, ISM, manufacturing PMI numbers, and the JOLTS job openings. So then we go Thursday, early morning, which to me is like Wednesday, FOMC meeting minutes out of the US, and ADP non-farm payroll employment change. So they're starting to pick up this week on the news. Friday's the big day. First Friday of the month, which normally means Canada and the US employment numbers, or the old non-farm payroll if you're from the old days. So it's employment or unemployment rate, whichever way you want to look at it, glass half empty, half full sort of thing, and the US ISM services PMI. So this is probably the biggest news of the year so far, so just be careful around that, especially on the CAD and the US if you're trading those pairs. That's it for the news. So very quiet start to the week, but it will start to pick up, and normally most of the day traders will start trading either around Thursday or Friday, or just wait for the following week. Probably waste of time trading Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's it for the news. All right, before we look at the charts, if you've never seen my videos before, you don't know the systems, you're going to see a lot of different colors, a lot of different lines, indicators, etc. on the charts. So this Word document just gives you an idea of the settings and what the indicators are. I generally go over most of the things when I go through the pairs on the charts, so there's no real need to read this, but if you want, just pause the video and have a read of this. Like I always say, a lot of people, English is not their first language, and you may have trouble understanding me, so I try to add subtitles to all my videos at the moment, but they're in English obviously because I don't know any other language. So hopefully that just helps out people that English isn't their first language. And if, like I always say, if you've got any questions or you need something clarified, just a matter of contacting me through either Facebook group, Telegram channels, YouTube, email, private message me. I don't care. Happy to answer any questions, deal with any inquiries you may have. So just have a read of this. It's just a different coloured lines and stuff, but as you said, we'll go through these on the charts. The main thing is the bottom indicator. So basically I'm using two indicators, the QMP filter, which is the red and green dots on the charts. That's just a combination of MACD, platinum, and the QQE Advanced. Now the QQE Advanced is not displayed on the charts because I don't need to see it, but that's what that indicator is. The QMP filter is a combination of those two. Now the MACD Platinum is the indicator below the price chart, oscillates around a zero level. Generally, I'm looking to sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. All it is a zero lag MACD. It's just called as MACD Platinum because that's when I purchased it originally many years ago. That's what it was called. And I'd never heard of a zero lag MACD, so that's all that is. So like I said, just have a read of that and see what you think, but I'll go through most of this on the charts. Now let's get on to the charts. Now this is TradingView. I use TradingView for all my analysis because it's just easy for me to write notes on the charts, and it's portable, which means I can basically look at it on any device. Not that I rarely look at it on my phone, but sometimes I have to when I'm out. But generally, it's good. I don't do any trading on TradingView as yet. All my trading is done on MT5, a little bit of MT4 still. So on the right, you'll see my watch list. This is just, it's not all 28 pairs, just a small number of pairs, just to give you some trade examples. I'm not a trade signal provider. These don't follow me blindly, do your own analysis, blah, blah, blah. You know, just, these are just a few pairs, just to give it a bit of, just to show trade examples, a bit of trade management. It's highlighted in orange, means I want to talk about it in the video today. There's no highlight, no trade on, highlighted in light blue, trade on and some action taken, trade management, and dark blue, trade on, no action taken as yet. So that's basically what these are. Now, I call all my trades live at the time or within an hour or so after the signal's provided. For me at the moment, the new daily candle opens at 5 a.m. local. I live in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, so it's Indochina time, which is the same as Bangkok, same as Ho Chi Minh. So it's basically 12 hours in front of New York. So 5 a.m, I don't get out of bed till 6, maybe 7, round about there. Then I call my trades. I call the trades and I take a screenshot and then post those screenshots and all my thoughts on those trades on a daily update in Facebook group and my Telegram channels and Matt from Family Man's Discord channel. So it's all very transparent, all called at the time. And any trade management's also called at the time on the day. So there's no after the fact sort of stuff. Maybe a couple of hours, but this is the daily charts we're talking about here. And everyone knows my rules, so there's no real problems. There's no grey areas as such. There are times where discretion is involved, where I won't take a trade for various reasons, but I normally explain that, and I'll explain that in the video. So AusCAD. Now, the good thing about TradingView compared to MT4, MT5 is TradingView, when it closes on a Friday, will show you the Monday setup. So, for example, here's a green QMP filter dot for Monday morning. Now, MT4, MT5 won't show that. That dot on MT4 and MT5 will only present when the candle opens on Monday morning. You're not missing out on much. It just means you don't get a heads up. You don't get a warning. Whereas with TradingView, I like it. So I know on Monday, if this broker's open, this is Oanda, because I trade on MT5 and most of my trading on the daily time frame, I think it's on 8 cap at the moment. So if 8 cap's open, then I'll be taking the trade, even though TradingView Oanda may not show it, but it's definitely a buy setup on Monday. Now I'm in a sell here. Now with my notes, they get a bit messy. So let's have a look here. So I've already wrote my notes for the buy on Monday, all right? So that's just assuming that it opens close to where it closed on Friday and this trade. And so normally I have the pair, the date, the signal. So this, in this case, it's Monday, 2nd of January, 2023, new buy signal. Then my notes and basically my thoughts about the trade. Now this one, I'll just move this blue line out of the way a bit so you can see. Now, ideally I would have liked to seen the price come down and closer to the moving averages. So there's your probably lowest, the close. It's pretty close. It is supported by hidden bullish divergence. You can see the higher lows on price. I'll get rid of that. And here it's a little bit tricky to spot, but that's your corresponding low on the MACD Platinum, which is above the zero level, which is cool, no problems. And here's the low here. So we've got lower lows on the MACD Platinum, which is an oscillator. and higher lows on price. So hidden bullish divergence there. So that's why we're taking the buy there. Now, we're in a sell from the 16th of December. It's a bit hard to read there, 16th of December. And I'm closing that out on this buy signal. So opposite QMP filter dot. So instead of letting it run up to the stop, which was up here, I'm going to close out there. So my loss is just between there and that blue line, basically. So it's a smaller loss. So if I risk, say, 1% on this trade initially, my loss is going to be about 0.4% of that 1% sort of thing. So it's reduced my loss risk, and we'll take the buy here. So on Monday, we'll take a buy on the AusCAD and close the sell for a loss. I just leave all these on the chart to show you what I'm doing. I will tidy up this chart after I finish the video. There's a couple of previous sells here, which are these notes here. So this one was closed on an opposite QMP filter dot, and this one was stopped out for a loss. So I haven't had much luck with the sells. I was hoping to drive it down a bit further. There's been some regular bearish divergence a couple of times, but now, yeah, I probably should have taken some action on this candle here maybe, but it's just not enough profit and price didn't come down close to the lows. So I'm just going to take the small loss and concentrate on the buy side now as the MACD platinum's below the zero level. So AusCAD, close the sell, open a new buy on Monday. Aussie USD, very similar, except I've got an extra sell on here. So we're still in a buy. The good thing is we're in a buy from, where's that one? 19th of October. So here's the buy here. So on Monday, I'm going to move its stop, this stop here, up to this same level here, 65866, which is my new buy trade on Monday. So there's a new buy trade for Monday, and the previous buy trade, I'm going to move my stop up to the same level. So they're both at the same stop loss, which means I'm locking in more profit on this old buy and got a nice stop below the lows here on this one. These green lines are big numbers. So this one here represents a 65-cent level. This is a 70-cent level. They're big numbers on the Aussie USD. Now, we took a sell in here, which was the 22nd of November. It came close to getting stopped out. It didn't. Then I drew this. The sell signal remained valid because there's your red dot on the QMP filter and there's no green dots anywhere up through there. So what I've done is I've drawn this trend line along here across the lows. It broke that trend line cleanly on the 15th of December, and I took a new sell on the 16th of December. Now, it's a trade I probably didn't have to take because this sell trade was still in play. So this was more, if you'd been stopped out or closed out your previous sell, then this would be like a secondary go at it, a second attempt at it. It didn't really go too much further down. I was hoping, even though the MACD platinum was through the zero level, I was hoping for a bit more of a push down towards the 65-cent level. It didn't happen. It's now bounced up, rolled up. We've got an opposite QMP filter dot, which is a valid buy signal, same sort of hidden bullish divergence, same as the AusCAD. You can see the correlation there. So closing both these sells, if you're in both of them, so the smaller losses, the stop for both of them is up here. So neither stop was taken out, so we're getting out earlier than the stop and taking the smaller losses. And we've got a new buy, and we've moved the stop on the previous buy. So this old buy is helping offset some of the losses, and we're going to take a new buy, and hopefully it'll punch up and break these previous highs here and hit up towards the 70-cent level and beyond. I hope it goes to the moon because but living in Cambodia, the local currency, the real, is actually the secondary currency. US dollar is the main currency. So the higher the Aussie goes against the US dollar, the more bang for buck I get living in Cambodia. So I'll just highlight that. I'll tidy up that chart when I'm finished. I'm going to get rid of some of these older trades. It's just the chart's getting a bit cluttered. So buy, moving the stop up, two sells, closed, new buy on Monday. EuroCAD. Nothing doing, in a sell, going nowhere fast. Now, I've started to draw some trend lines in here for potential divergence. The MACD platinum has to come down a little bit low at the moment, which is level. So until these are, so ideally I want to see it come down like that just to make sure the divergence is in play. But if price keeps on going up the way it is, I won't be taking a buy. Say I've got a buy signal on Tuesday morning. For me, it may be a profitable buy, but this is what I mean. Price has come nowhere close to the moving averages. So to me, that's a bit of a red flag. It's one of my sort of filters. If I'm trading the pullbacks, and this could be just a shallow pullback and price could go to the moon, who knows? But for me, one of my rules is price has got to come at least close to the moving averages, in this case the top one, which is the 50, before I take any action. So we'll just wait and see. So if I did get a buy signal here, all I do is probably close the sell before I got the stop, then look for another sell. Oh, well, wait for the MACD platinum to go up, and yeah, sell's still a fair way off because the MACD platinum's below the zero level, so I'm probably in no man's land there. So we're just losing a few pips at the moment. We'll see how we go this week. Euro, New Zealand, we're in a couple of trades here. Again, just read my notes. The sell back here, which is on the 20th of October, stops in place just below the entry. You've already closed half. Like I said, I call all my trade management, so that's all this here. So 1st of November I closed half, which should be in here somewhere, yeah. So when I got to this low, so we locked in a bit there. And what I'm looking to do now is hopefully waiting for a new sell signal. You can see the divergence forming, potential divergence. We've got a grey vertical line, which is a warning line, which in this case there's a red dot on the MACD platinum above the zero level. So we just wait for confirmation. If that's the case, this stop will get moved down to above this high here somewhere. We'll take the sell, and we're still in a buy too. So let's have a look at the buy. That was on the 6th of December. So here, then we started moving the stop up. Here's my 23rd of December closed half. So we were 23rd of December in here, 22nd, 23rd. Got up to these sort of previous highs here, closed half there, dragged the stop right up. So we can't lose on the buy, we can't lose on the sell, looking for another sell. So we're stuck between the two trades at the moment, both in profit, which is good. Euro USD, we're in a sell. Now, there's one thing about the Euro USD. If you look at the Euro USD and the Oz USD, at times they're strongly correlated. They basically move the same chart patterns, basically. There's a bit of background noise, I'm sorry about that. I shut all my doors, but this place is not soundproof at all. So this green line's parity, 1.00, 1 euro equals $1. Took a sell here on the 9th of December, it just dragged along sideways, and suddenly the last couple of days it's popped up, but going nowhere fast. We've got a grey vertical warning line here. There's a green dot on the MACD platinum below the zero level. We could probably draw a divergence in here. Like I said, it's very like the Aussie. So we'll go for a bullish because it's bullish, and we'll look at here, say there for example, to there. It's not a buy trade I'll take because the price hasn't come back to the moving averages close enough, but I'll close out the sell trade. Yeah, so it's going nowhere fast, the euro. Pound Aussie, highlighted in orange for a reason. I've stopped out during the week. All right, what are we in? So we've been in this buy since the 30th of September. There's all the notes over here. Here's all my trade management notes on that trade. So 27th of December, stopped out for an overall profit. So I dragged the stop up nice and tight. On the 21st of December, I dragged the stop up. So we've got this, we're at this high here. So I dragged the stop up somewhere. I don't know why I picked that spot, but I did. 21st, yeah, I'll just read my notes. Yeah, anyway, it stopped out on the 27th, which is this candle here, this little bearish candle. It's proceeded to go down. In the meantime, I'm still in the sell from the 12th of December and sort of getting to a previous low here. The MACD platinum through the zero level, so I'll give it one more day. Then what I'll probably do is close half of this trade and bring the stop down just above these highs here, just above the entry level. So we put ourselves on no lose position there. So we had a good win on the buy, and we're hopefully going to lock in some profit on the sell shortly. So that's the pound Aussie. So I'll tidy that chart up, just left that trade on to show you where I stopped out, and I'll tidy it up once the video's done. Pound Swiss in a sell, going nowhere fast, 16th of December. Now I have a we're at the previous low here. You can see the blue lines just represent resistance, support levels, or other levels that I deem important. So we're going to sell, what have I done here? Close, 29th of December, closed half. So let's have a look, 29th on the open of that candle there, closed half. It's just, got a green dot on the MACD flat below the zero level. Good time to get close half and reduce the risk, bring the stop down. So we can't lose on that trade. So we can't lose, but if we are stopped out, it'll be for a small overall profit. Pound yen, hopefully in a sell trade here. Yep, in a sell trade. It went nicely in our favour, broke this previous low here, come back up to that. See, that was to me sort of beat support / resistance, and again it proved to be the same as it came back to it. Now it's bounced back down. Green dot on the MACD platinum below the zero level, so looking to buy, hence the grey warning line. In the meantime, price is just heading down, so there's no reason. The only thing I'll be doing here, looking to do here, is move my stop down and lock in more profit. Already closed out half on the 21st of December. Hoping that's on the open of this candle here, which is a good call. And it broke this blue line. So we closed out half there, and we can't lose on the second half either. So all good on the pound yen. Pound New Zealand, highlighted in orange for a reason. And why? Oh yeah, 30th of December. So, all right. So I'm going to sell from the 20th of October, which is good. There's my trade management for that. So we've just moved the stop down. I closed out half on the 8th of November. I'm not sure when. I think it might have been early in the piece in here somewhere. It wasn't a great call in here, so locked in a bit of profit. Stops locking in more profits. I can't lose on the sell at all, so that's good. I could probably, if price keeps on going down, I can probably drag my stop down above these highs here and lock in more profit. So that's all good. Then I took this buy, which is not so good. 15th of December, this buy here. Went against me initially, then popped back up to my entry level, then start to slide again. It's probably, normally when that happens, when it goes up, then drops again, it's a time to get out. Now, I did get out. I exited on the open of this candle here, which is on Friday, the 30th, opened on the entry, based on an opposite QMP filter dot. So there's a red QMP filter dot. Here was a stop down here. Didn't let it get to the stop. Took the loss before it got there. So reduced the risk. And that was probably a valid sell signal, but I didn't take it. It's just, I'm already in a sell, and this is all too sideways and tight for my liking. And the MACD platinum's just above the zero level. In hindsight at the moment, it's probably a good call, but, this thing could just go up a little bit and roll over to the downside. So be it. I'm still in the sell up here. Wasn't a huge loss on the buy, so it's not the end of the world. So that's why it's highlighted. I closed my buy trade for a smaller loss than letting it hit the stop on an opposite QMP filter dot. So we'll tidy that chart up. What else we got here? Nothing on the pound's just going. Pound USD is giving me nothing. Nothing. A dead set thought I'd get a sell through here somewhere, but this buy just remained in. And it wasn't a valid buy for me, so it wasn't a buy I was in. And it's rolled over. I thought I'd get a sell. Now we're looking to the buy side again, so who knows. New Zealand CAD. Now we are in some trades here, I believe. All right, first up, we're in a good buy from the 9th. We're in a good buy. 19th of October. So we're in a buy there, which is good. Stops there. There's all my trade management notes, which, like I said, are all called in the group, so we can't lose on the buy. Life's good. Sell on the 16th of December. Took a lot of trades on that 16th, didn't I? Now, it took a while to get going. Eventually dropped nicely. And for some reason, I probably should have closed half somewhere in here, but I didn't. I was hoping price would drop down towards the moving average. It'll get closer to the moving averages. But on the 30th of December, which is Friday morning, I did. So here we have on the 29th, we had a green dot on the MACD platinum below the zero level. So my stop was up here somewhere. So all I've done is drag my stop down just above that high on the 29th, and hoping if I got taken out, it'd be a small, very small profit on the sell. I wasn't going to lose anything, let's put it that way. But it came close to my stop, very close. You can see my stop's at 86381. Just look up here for the high. And if I run my cursor over on Friday, high was 86258. So we're still about 13 pips below the stop, and we've closed nicely below the stop, about 36 pips. Not too bad. Now, ideally, what I'd like to see is this just to roll over to the downside again. And if it takes out my buy, so be it. Lock it in good profit, and then I'll still be more profit on the sell side. But if a buy presents, I'll seriously think about taking another buy signal. The only thing that concerns me would be the price didn't come back close enough to the moving averages, but that's sort of offset a little bit by the fact that there's potential hidden bullish divergence there. So it's New Zealand CAD, can't lose on either trade there. USD CAD, in a couple of trades, a buy from, where are we? Buy from the 22nd November, is that right? Yeah, 22nd November. I got rid of all my notes, I don't know why, just to tidy up the chart. It's just gone sideways, There has been some trade management. So 9th of December closed half. Let's have a look at 9th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So on the open of that candle, we got to this high here. I don't know if it's a high, it's a high now. It might have been the red dot on the MACD platinum up the 0 level. That was on the 8th, yep. So that's on the 9th. I've closed out half, dragged my stop up, so I can't lose on the buy. It's going to be, if I get stopped out on the buy, the second half will be a small loss, but the profit from the first half is slightly bigger, so overall, small overall profit. In the meantime, we've got this high here, seems to be having trouble breaking it, and we've got a sell signal on the 28th of December, probably not the ideal time to take trades, but I've taken it. And it's just as to be expected in the dead zone week, going nowhere fast. But it's just above my entry level, so no real damage done as yet. USD, Japanese yen. Right, what have we got here? We are in a sell, which is good from the 24th of October. So that's here. There's a sell. And we're slowly, you can read my notes with regards to my trade management. Like I said, these are all called in the group, so this is not after the fact. This is at the time. So 11th of November, closed half. So that would have been hopefully in here somewhere. Bang, on the open there, on the open that candle there. Had this big, beautiful bearish candle, closed half, then started trailing my stop. So last stop adjustment was on the 21st of December, which is in here, drag my stop down above this low after this, another big bearish candle. So the yen's been good to us, except we've missed out on a few buy trades here along the way. But that's neither here nor there. Now we've got this new buy trade. This is my third attempt at it by looks. Pretty sure I took these two. I can't remember. I tidied up my charts and I've lost all my notes. But anyway, I took this buy and we're in trouble. Yeah. We've got here's the buy here. We've got a red dot on the MACD platinum now below the 0 level. So if we get a sell signal, which won't be a valid sell signal, unless price goes, no, it won't be a valid sell signal. But we've still got this other sell on, so it's offsetting some of the losses. We'll close this if we get an opposite QMP filter dot, and we'll take a loss if it doesn't get stopped out before that. So it's a USD, Japanese yen, and gold. Gold's been good to me until lately. Again, look at this. Another one. Just this one here, pipped out my stop. That was this one. Pipped out just by a couple of pips. This one's done the same. There's a trend line drawn across the, which one was it? This one here, these lows. I've actually drawn another trend line in. So ignore that one for now, this bottom one. This one here. So 16th of December, that's in here. Took a sell. The sell signal was still valid. I got stopped out here. Drew a trend line across the lows. Had a nice break. Took another sell. And just taken out by a few pips again. So I lost again on that sell. So 27th of December, stopped out for a loss. So it's 1, 2, I think that was 3. So 3 sells in a row I've lost. But I had a really good run before that on the gold. Trust me, I didn't lose a trade for about, what, six trades straight. And I'm still in this buy, and I've dragged that stop up nice and high. So there's big profit on the buy side. And in the meantime, I've drawn another trend line across these lows. So if we get another sell, yeah, it's all getting a bit ugly here. You know, a lot of crosses on the MACD Platinum. Look at all these red-green dots on the MACD Platinum. That's your fast and your signal line, or whatever they call them, crossing. Drawn some trend lines in for potential divergence. Yeah, I don't know. The moving averages are all a bit tight. Can't even see my 240. I'm gonna have to change that. It's a bit hard to see. It's stuck in. Here's a 240. Yeah, through here. So they're all very tight. The moving averages are all around that stop loss level, and price really, I guess it came close. No, hasn't really come that close to them. So we'll wait and see what happens on gold. But at least the buy's going right. The sell's being stopped out again. So that's what that's there for. And the next three are just more out of curiosity. US dollar index. I just draw the trade signals on the charts just to give you an idea how it works. The system works just about on any chart. Probably should have drawn some divergence there, just my bad. So we'll go bearish. So we'll probably look from, say, here down to there. Yeah, I should have this drawn already. And from about there, same. So there's hidden bearish divergence there, which is a good sell signal for me. Ideally want to see this previous low broken and take the sell and go that way. US 500 is the US stock market. Yeah, has trouble breaking this line, and if you follow me, you know this line's been on my charts forever. Go to the week just to show you. So that blue line's been there forever. That's a weekly chart. So we're going back to beginning of the year, so it's a year. And there's the low, so we've got, basically took out the high just, and we dropped down, we had a lower low, and we had a lower high, so you'd have to think this is going to be a lower low if you just follow market structure, but you know, price is king, price goes wherever it wants, but that's just what. And I'm not much of a forecaster, as most of you know. I like to trade what I see, not what I think. So I look at the daily chart and I go, MACD Platinum's below the zero level, potential hidden bullish divergence there. So next trade I'll be looking for is a buy. That'd be my thinking. And Bitcoin, the most boring instrument on the planet lately. The only excitement this year was that FTX debacle, and we're back in a flatline mode again. So that's it for the charts, folks. It's about 33 minutes now. I'll bring up that Word document just in case you want to have a read of that again. Thanks for watching. Last day of 2022. I'm not sure if I'm going out tonight or not. I've done something in my lower back and I might get some drugs into me. By that I mean medication from a pharmacy, and hopefully that'll just dull the pain. At least I can have a few beers and enjoy myself. Then we can get stuck into 2023. So enjoy the weekend, enjoy your New Year's celebrations. If you do celebrate, stay safe, be sensible, don't overindulge like I do. Be mature, which I'm not. Have a good one, and thanks for watching the video. And as I said, if you like the videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.